Hey readers, this next video is about reading choice, and really it's what my personal philosophy about reading is grounded in, and also there's tons of research around it. So here is the why. Kids need choice because in order to read and develop reading skills and reading stamina, they really need to be engaged in the process. And choice is the best way to build that engagement, okay? And so how do we do that? And this is the first step and the first step to really build that engagement and choice is to give them lots and lots of options. I use the analogy with my students when you're trying on to figure out it, you're trying to get a new pair of tennis shoes, you have to try on lots of pairs in order to find the right fit, because you also need to figure out, if you just buy the first pair, you don't know if there's a better fit or a worse fit. You've got to try on lots of shoes in order to figure that out. Same thing with prom dresses and wedding dresses. You don't buy the first dress that you try on, right? So same thing with books. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how to find some books and give you a few tips for that. All right, so the best way I have found to really start digging into choice and giving kids lots of options is taking them to the library. And if you have a Lexington County Public Library card, you can check out 25 books as an adult. And so that gives them lots and lots of choice. So this is my two kiddos in the front of the library. One of the ways that we really build engagement is having kids choose their own books. And so this, my son he likes Black Panther, so he was typing in Black Panther to find books about that. Another way that we like to search for books is looking for displays. This is the Young Adult Book Award nominees, and there are 20 of them. They have a Junior Book Award nominees and then also picture book nominees. And so they are vetted actually as part of this process this year, but they are vetted by teachers, by students, and librarians, parents. Anybody can join the committee, but we read through a big long list and we narrow it down to those 20 titles, and they're new in the last 2 years. So if you see those displays, especially in the summer, go ahead and start there. That's a great place. So Riley was looking at a couple of the books. She likes realistic fiction, so she chose a couple of those. So this is their final stacks. You can see that Riley's is a little bit smaller because she actually had a couple at home that she was reading as well. But her books are longer. And so we usually go about every 2 weeks. You see Cohen has a lot more variety in his. He's got some nonfiction, he's got some fiction, he's got some graphic novels. Some of these he can read on his own, some of those we read together. And we may not read all of those in 2 weeks, and that's perfectly fine because we want to give them just choices to figure out what they like and don't like. This is LJ's book basket. She created this from books that she has at home. And so these are the books that she put in her book basket for the next 2 weeks that she'll be reading from. She is going into kindergarten, so one of the things that she'll focus on is rereading the books, because rereading is a great strategy for really deepening our understanding of books and also learning those sight words. And so you can see that there's tons of engagement there. There's Cohen already reading and telling us facts about Jackie Robinson in the back of the car. And then there's Riley jumping into her one of her longer novels. Was I even recording that? All right, so your do now tip is go ahead and grab a notebook. That's a different screen. You look so hot. All right, so the do now tip is to either go to the library or bookstore or go to your bookshelf and create a stack for the next 2 weeks that's filled with lots of choices of things to try out.